The underground water in Turkana, even if it will demand desalination, will be required. We have also looked at issue of infrastructure. We believe that Rift Valley, which constitutes 31%, 38% of the total Kenyan landmass, still needs access. A lot of areas are still rural, they have no access, so roads are still a priority. And the rest of the infrastructure, including the infrastructure from Lamu, crisscrossing across the northern parts of the country, including Rift Valley, is still a critical area that government must invest to be able to unlock the potential here. We've also looked at the entire sector of conservation, wildlife, forestry, and think that there is still a lot that needs to be invested by government beyond 2022 to be able to unlock the potential that exists there. Tourism is one area also we've discussed, particularly improving the challenges that are currently being faced around our existing national parks like Masai Mara, where communities don't feel directly benefiting from that resource, but also unlocking the rest of the potential in central Rift Valley, in the northern Rift Valley, on the area of tourism, which we think can be able to turn around this region from being a region of many problems to a region that is producing for its people, but also for the country. We have also looked at trade, business, industry. We feel that that potential has not been fully utilized. We feel that we are not exporting more. We feel that the country is importing more of what it can be able to produce, including maize. It is importing meat, it is importing fish, it is importing literally eggs, it is importing literally anything that it has a potential to produce. So, and we think that these are critical areas which our region can be able to focus on if, and those are the priorities that we will be telling the next government, this is what we want and this is what we will be using to negotiate our votes, to negotiate our ability, and to be able to negotiate our place and the hustlers' place on the table. There are many others, including the policy and legislation, including how do we strengthen implementation structures, how do we strengthen devolution, which we think that during this very term, the strength of devolution has not been to where we will want it to be. I think the next government should be able to take this much further and make sure that those benefits emerge from the grassroots. We have agreed to form a committee of 14 to work on the details. And as I summarize, the issues we are coming up are issues that are going to be beneficial to the grassroots. They are issues we will want to see developed from bottom up. So we've set up a committee of 14. Each county is represented. They will be working closely with technical experts in the different sectors who are daughters and sons of the Rift Valley region. They have a 2 weeks time frame to work on this, to be able to come up with a draft blueprint, which we will convene again to come and discuss this and eventually go down to the people, collect more views, and within not more than 3-4 months, we will have had issues we think are going to be critical for Rift Valley to push for. As you can see the gathering of leaders here, it is about all counties, all communities of Rift Valley. They are all represented here. And we have said moving forward, it is going to be issues that will define the leadership and processes of government. It is going to be issues. It is not going to be about tribes. It's not going to be about individuals. It is about the issues which the people of Rift Valley and their leaders believe that these are issues that government must tackle. And we will be discussing these issues with Deputy President William Ruto, who is going to be one of the candidates for election in 2022. He comes from Rift Valley, but we don't want to assume that he knows the problems of Rift Valley because he is a national leader. We don't want to assume and go to bed that he will solve our problems. We will be also coming with issues of Rift Valley and telling him, these are the issues we will want you to deliver. Tell us if you want to deliver them, we are together with you. If you don't want to deliver them, then give us the opportunity to look elsewhere. So that is the stand we've taken as these leaders. And for a matter of emphasis on what I've already said, I will ask the patron of the Rift Valley elected leaders, Mheshimiwa Onesmus Kimani Ngojiri, to come and add a few issues.
Well, asante sana. Sitakuwa na mengi kwa sababu vile governor amesema na ndio amekuwa akituongoza kwa leo. Yale mambo amesema ni hayo tunataka kuweka nguvu na tunataka kwanza kupea heshima kubwa kwa magovernors ambao wamekuja kuwa nasi siku ya leo. Si jambo la kawaida kuweza kukutana na magovernors na MP na senators pamoja, lakini Mungu ametusaidia tumeweza kufaulu kwa kuweza kukutana pamoja na kuwa na mafikirio ambayo inapelekana pamoja. Ningesema hivi kwa sababu sehemu zingine 47 counties wanakutana na deputy president. Na jambo hili ni la muhimu sana na nyinyi wetu wa media muiangazie sana. Sio sehemu nyingi kwa uchaguzi ambao umekuja na mwingine umekuweko kwa watu regions kukutana na kuweza kuwa na mapendekezo ya mipangilio yao. Sio nyingi. This is very unique. Na tunashukuru kwa sababu ya leadership ambayo tuko nayo Rift Valley na kujiweka pamoja na kuzungumza. Na ninakubaliana na governor vile amesema hapa, hatutaki kuassume ate our candidate deputy president Ruto ate akiingia anajua shida zetu zote. I agree and we have agreed all of us here. He will be very busy looking the whole Kenya na outside even Kenya, investment na kila kitu yote. Kwa hivyo lazima tujipange ili na sisi tukue na mpangilio wetu. Watoto wengine wakija kumuona, hata si watu wa Rift Valley, tunamuona, tunapendekeza nini? Mambo yetu. Na msisahau, hata mambo ya amani tumeyazungumzia sana. Kwa sababu hatuwezi kukubali baada ya mwaka 5 kunakuwa mzukazuko. Hiyo tumekataa. Tutakaa na amani na kupendana. Saa hii hata wale wanajaribu kuja kuincite Rift Valley. Mkalenjin anajiuliza, ninakuwa incited nipigane na nani? Mkikuwa anajiuliza, ninakuwa incited nipigane na nani? Muluya iko huko the same. Mujaluo iko huko the same. So this thing is so good for us. Na msione ni sisi peke yetu. After this tunaenda mashinani. Kila mjumbe, kila governor tutaenda kushirikiana kwa mashinani ili tupate views kutoka kwa watu, ili tukikuja kutana kwa hiyo kamati imechaguliwa watu 14 tutakuwa tuna present mambo yetu na pendekezo zetu bila tutakuwa namna gani. Na tunahakikishia watu wa Rift Valley, nikiwa mmoja ambaye niko huko, sisi Rift Valley tutakaa kwa amani. Amen. Na hakuna mtu atatuletea mambo ya incitement. Sisi tumechoka na hiyo, tumeokoka, tuko mbele kabisa. Tutaongoza katika 47 counties kuweka amani na kuweka uchaguzi wa haki na ukweli. Hiyo tuko tayari kabisa. Na kama vile mnajua sisi kwa hasara. Deputy President is our candidate. So we must be very disciplined. We must work with other counties kwa sababu sisi ndio tuna mtoto ambaye anaenda kuoa. Na mtoto akienda kuoa lazima tuende kwa heshima. Kwa heshima. Tunaheshimu wengine counties zingine na hao hatuheshimu. Tumepeana sehemu zingine, lakini sasa tuna mtoto, lazima tumchunge aweze kutuongoza. And we are happy kwa yeye kusikiza. Every county anasikiza, wafugaji anasikiza, kabila zote anawasikiza, na tunashukuru kwa sababu ya hiyo. Kwa hivyo ningesema tumeungana pamoja kwa kukubaliana hiyo mambo ambayo imezungumziwa siku ya leo ni ya maana, na tutaendelea kuzungumzia hiyo. Asante sana na Mungu awabariki. Asante sana.
Swali moja mbili peke yake ama tumalizie hapo? Sultan. You know, we did not come here to discuss about terms because those are constitutional issues. We are discussing about the agenda for the local people whom we represent in Rift Valley. And we are planning ahead. As we continue with our day-to-day work, we are planning ahead on what that agenda should be. Because every government is elected on an agenda for the people. This time, that agenda, we are pushing it from the bottom so that it becomes an agenda for government to be able to execute within the 5 years that the mandate will be given in an election.
Thank you.
Also the issues the Rift Valley region are really interested in, water included. And you've mentioned Aror and Kimore. Are you concerned of the situation of that particular project being one of the flagship projects that was supposed to have been concluded by this moment?
Thank you. I think what the president has done in Nyanza by opening projects is good. We support. Yes. But again, water remains a cardinal need for the people of Rift Valley. When it comes to Aror and Kimore, even those projects were stopped. And Itare, they are still a priority for the people of Nakuru and for the people of Elgeyo Marakwet, which as leaders we are saying we are committed that these projects be seen through. If it is going to go to the next government, which I believe we are going to be forming, so be it, it is still going to be our priority. We will want that government to deliver.
Thank you. My name is Rigathi from NTV. And there's the question of the performance of the Jubilee government, where most of you also come from. And with regard to what will the assessment be, even as you say that there are some development projects that need to be carried on, what will be the assessment of the Jubilee government in initiating development projects in the whole of Rift Valley? If you quantify it in percent, is it 10%, 90%, 1%?
That was not a subject of our discussion today. We are discussing from 2022 moving forward and talking about how do we put our agenda solid, an agenda that is informed by the people, and make sure that becomes our negotiation for the next government. Thank you.
Even as you look ahead, there is something that you will put as a mentor. Even I've seen your video at where I work, where you say that this is what I've been able to do, even as you bequeath the power to something. Has the Jubilee government done anything in Rift Valley so that even as you bargain in, that this is where you will start?
Number one, it wasn't our agenda today, but it has done what it has done. County governments have also done what they have done. But you see, as you sort out what is going on now, you must also think ahead. And that thinking is what informed our agenda today as Rift Valley region. Asante sana. Pardon? In
Jubilee government done anything?
It has done a lot. It has done a lot. It has also done not done certain things. And so, we as leaders must think ahead and see what are those issues. This is the very first time Rift Valley region leaders have collectively collectively held meetings to discuss about issue-based. Before, it was about communities discussing their own issues on their own. But this time we've decided the collective issues that government must address should be issues for the entire region, which is actually a very critical region in this country. Thank you. Asante sana. That will be for another day. Thank you. Thank you.